Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In this video, I'm going to give you more examples related to solving the trigonometric equations. Now, what we have over here is a simple equation which is tangent to theta is equal to negative 0.650. And here theta is between 0 and 2 pi. So notice that this is given in radians. So if you are comfortable working with degrees, you can convert that to degrees and then later on change it back to radians. So let's say I change this expression here into degrees. So what I have is I'm going to have theta greater than 0 degrees, and it will be less than 360 degrees. 2 times 180 degrees. But we cannot stop there because the question is asking you for 2 theta instead of theta. So here we need to do some adjustment to what we have here. So we're going to multiply theta with 2 in order to match what is asked by this question here. So 2 times theta is 2 theta. Now, in order to balance this expression, 2 must also be multiplied with 0 and 2 must also be multiplied with 360 degrees. So therefore 2 theta is greater than 0 because 2 times 0 is 0, and it will be less than 720 degrees. 2 times 360 is 720 degrees, and this is the range that you will be working on in order to solve this trigonometric equation. Okay, right, next. So I'm going to write down the equation. Tangent to theta is equal to negative 0.65. And if you want, if you think that this is bothering you, you can always let 2 theta be equal to x, so that, you know, it's just one alphabet to represent the unknown that we have over here. So maybe you can say, okay, so now tangent x is equal to negative 0.65. Okay, so what is x? X is just inverse of tangent. So we have inverse of tangent, negative 0.65, or if you want, you can just put negative outside. Okay, let me just put the negative outside. Okay, so this is just inverse tangent of 0.65. Now the negative here is just indicating which quadrant our angle is going to be. Okay, so if I sketch the angle, so this is the angle. Okay, so since the value here is negative, I know that my angle is going to be either on this side or on this side. So which is the second quadrant and the fourth quadrant. And if you look at the range here, okay, this is the range here. The range given here is from this is for 2 theta, from between 0 to 720 degrees. That means it's going to complete the first round, which is 360 degrees, and it is going another round until you reach 720 degrees. So next, you punch in the calculator, you will get that the inverse tangent of 0.65 is about 33 degrees. Okay, so I'm going to write down the answer. This is about 33 degrees. Okay, so I'm just going to eliminate negative value over here. So let me just eliminate that. We don't really need that because negative here, like I said just now, is just an indicator of which quadrant your angle is going to be. So based on that, I can just take the positive value of it, and I know that this inverse tangent of 0.65 is going to be about 33 degrees. Okay, about 33 degrees. So I know that this here is 33 degrees and over here is also 33 degrees. So these two here are, you can think of it as the reference angles, okay? Now, therefore, we are going to list down all possible value of x. Okay, remember x is actually 2 theta. So now I'm going to list down all the possible value of 2 theta. Okay, so now, therefore, all possible values of x where x is equal to 2 theta. What values? So now we're going to study all the values. The first value is from this 0 degrees going towards this one. So this is the first result that we have, which is 180 minus 33, which is about 147 degrees. And then it continues on and it will reach this side, stop here. So this degree is 360 minus 33 degrees. So 360 minus 33 degrees is 327 degrees. And then and then it will continue on and on again, because here you can see that we need to consider another round, because here the range is until 720 degrees. So after we've got the value of 327 degrees, we will continue on and we will stop here. So this degree here is just 147, which is the first one that we have here. That is just 147 plus, you see, plus another round of 360 degrees. So 147 plus 360 degrees, which is 507 degrees. And if you complete another round up until this point here, this is just 327 plus 360 degrees. So that will be 327 plus 360 degrees, and that is 687 degrees. So that's the value of 2 theta. Now the question is asking you not to find 2 theta, but actually to solve for what theta is. What is theta? Okay, so next, if 2 theta are all these values, this is the values of 2 theta. Therefore, what you can do is you can say, therefore, theta are 147 divided with 2. So 147 divided with 2 are just going to be about 73.5 degrees. 327 divided by 2, you will get 163.5 degrees. This one you will get 253.5 degrees, and this one is 343.5 degrees. And finally, before we stop, we need to change it back to radian, and you have learned how to do that in subtopic 8.1. So final answer expressed in radians are about 0.408 pi for the first one, and then 0.908 pi, and then 1.408 pi, and finally 1.908 pi. Alright, okay. Right, now let's move on to the next example. So here we have sine theta is equal to negative cos theta for theta between 0 and less than 2 pi. So again, I'm just going to convert that into degrees. So this will be theta greater than 0, less than 360 degrees. So I know that my theta is going to be from this 0, and just move on and we'll stop here, just completing one round of circle. Now next, this equation here is sine theta is equal to negative cos theta. So if I consider dividing it with cos theta, what I have is sine theta over cos theta is going to be equal to negative 1. So what is sine theta cos theta? We know that sine theta cos theta is just tangent theta equals to negative 1. Now once we have this expression, we know that the value here is negative. Therefore, we know that theta is going to be either on this quadrant or it is going to be on this quadrant. Okay, so therefore, when you want to calculate what theta is, you don't need to consider the negative sign because negative is already being considered here by considering the position of the angle. So therefore, theta is just inverse tangent of 1, and you will get that theta is 45 degrees. So this is 45 degrees and this is also 45 degrees. Now we are going to list down the values of theta. So therefore final answer. So therefore theta, this one from this to this point, which is 180 minus 45, which is 135 degrees, and then it continues on up to this point. So for this one, theta is 360 minus 45, which is 315 degrees. And we're going to express it in terms of radians. So now theta in terms of radians are just 3 over 4 pi and 7 over 4 pi. Alright, that's all for now. Thank you very much for watching.